There are 3 rookie cards right now that I genuinely believe will not be affordable a year from today. One is the true rookie card of the most iconic player in baseball history. One is an MVP candidate the market still is not fully caught up to. And one is the most condition-sensitive grail of the 90s. If you wait, you're probably going to pay more. Now, just to be clear, this is not financial or investment advice. I'm simply sharing what I'm personally watching in the sports card market based on my experience. And if you want my full breakdown and process for finding cards like these, I put a free PDF down below in the description. So let's get into it. So card number 1 is the 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle. So fun fact, the most iconic card in sports cards is the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. Coincidentally, this is not his true rookie card. Mickey Mantle played his first game April 17, 1951, not 1952. 1952 was the first year in Topps' existence. So between that and Mickey Mantle, what they call his rookie year, but it's really not, that combined makes the 1952 Topps the grail. But the 1951 Bowman Mantle is his actual true rookie card. And just to put it in perspective, a PSA 1 of this card sells for about $8,000 roughly. A PSA 1 of a 1952 Topps Mantle last sold while I'm speaking right now for $40,000. That is pretty insane. So the point I'm trying to make is that I think there's a lot of room and upside with the 1951 Bowman Mantle because it sells for pennies on the dollar compared to the 1952 Top. I think there's a lot of room for it to grow. Vintage cards are really coming along and growing. The 51 Bowman Mantle really hasn't went up yet. The 52 Topps Mantle has. Just my personal opinion. Me personally, I'd rather have $50,000 in 1951 Bowman Mantles than $50,000 in 1952 Topps Mantles. My personal preference. That's number 1. Number 2, this is an interesting one. There's some risk to this, but I thought about this and I did some research on the analytics and I believe it to be true. The 2018 Prizm PSA 10 of any variation of Shai Gilgeous Alexander. So Shai Gilgeous Alexander is an MVP candidate. He's the best player on a team that's not going away anytime soon. They're the best team in the NBA while I'm speaking right now. They're probably going to get a few more championships. And Shai Gilgeous Alexander's value is similar to about Luka Doncic's, okay? And one has accomplished this much in the league, and Luka hasn't really accomplished much outside of scoring a lot of points. Now, Shai doesn't get the love because he's an OKC. If he was doing these things and he was playing for the New York Knicks or the Los Angeles Lakers, his value would probably be 3, 4, 5 times. So it's going to take some time for the market to catch up if he keeps doing his thing and doing what he's doing. He's on pace, if he keeps doing this and wins a few championships, to be maybe a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's how good he is. And his cards are really not too expensive. Over the past few years, they've tripled in value, but it's taken a few years to get there. And just to put it in perspective, Sam Darnold, from the middle of the 2025 NFL season to him winning the Super Bowl, his card value about 8x. Take my word for that, because I bought a Sam Darnold National Treasures for $1,300 and sold it for $8,000. Okay, that's how fast markets can move. But Shai's hasn't, in large part because he's on OKC. That's number 2. Number 3, this is one of my favorite cards in the hobby, is the 1993 SP Derek Jeter. So as 90s and 80s cards and 70s cards have went up a lot in the past few years, the Jeter hasn't went up as much as you would think. A PSA 9 a year ago was in the low 4,000s, and today it's in the low 5,000s. A PSA 8, which is a little bit more affordable, went from about $300 to $400. So it's went up, but not some insane amount like Barry Bonds rookies, which have doubled or tripled depending on the card. And I think there's a lot of room for the Derek Jeter 1993 to go up. Now, if you have some money, buying a Beckett 9.5 is really, really good in my opinion. I'm looking for one personally. PSA 10 of this card, they're very, very hard to grade. They're very, very condition sensitive. So these cards, because they're very foily and shiny, the surfaces get scratched easy. On the back, some of the corners are colored and they get damaged very, very easily. And because of that, there's only about 20 or so PSA 10s, and a PSA 10 is over a 6-figure card, and they really don't sell too often. And between him being probably the greatest Yankee ever, number 1, and then number 2, the card hasn't went up as much as you would think. I think there's a lot of room for it to go up in value, especially the higher grades. If I had $10,000 to spend I'd rather have one $10,000 1993 SP Jeter rather than 10 1,000 SP Jeters of lower grades. Okay, so if you can get this card in a higher grade, I believe there's a lot of upside with this stuff. But those are 3 rookie cards that you may want to consider looking at, and stuff that maybe has a high chance to go up in value: the 1951 Bowman Mantle, 2018 Shai Prizm cards, and 1993 Derek Jeter SP cards. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. There's a free PDF down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.